Welcome to Slow Home Studio. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
Today is our first episode where we're going to be helping Cheryl Lee in southwestern Australia with the design of her new straw bale house.
Yes, and Cheryl Lee is a big proponent of the slow home principles, so we're very happy to be working on this project with her. Here's the floor plan that she submitted, so it's sort of in the developmental stage. It's really interesting because what she's tried to do, it's a bungalow. She's tried to follow the slow home principles of modesty and scale and size, 1 bathroom, 3 small bedrooms, and keeping it very, very efficient because she wants to make sure that this floor plan is very energy and cost effective.
And we've got some things that we want to talk about that, but before we get to that, we thought that today we should really step back one level and look at the overall site design and how that house is located on the site.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it's a big lot, and the house is, of course, a small scale. But there's really 2 conditions on the lot. There's a lot of sort of dry, unvegetated areas, and then there are a few pockets of trees. And the one thing we're wondering is because this house has got a lot of potential solar gain from the north side, because we're in Australia, is there possibly a better place on the site to locate it that takes advantage of some of the vegetation?
That's right, and there are a lot of good things going right now. The house is, as it's been designed, is long and narrow, which means that it minimizes the west side so that we're not going to be getting a lot of heat gain. There are no openings on that side, which is very, very good. We do want to open up the sun to a certain level on the north side, but we don't want to have too much heat gain into that area. And so what we're really wondering is would it be a good idea, and Cheryl Lee, this is something that you need to tell us on the Facebook site, to think about maybe moving that over a little bit so that it can take advantage of some of that vegetation over on this side of the site.
Yeah, if we look at the site view photos, actually what it looks like, what you're looking at, you can see that it's a very dry sort of earth area, but then there's these trees that are quite nice and provide the opportunity for a little bit of shading.
Well, and you'll get a microclimate as well in and around those trees, and the ability to think about trees as defining space. If we just look at this for a couple of minutes, you know, we've got a big mass of vegetation there, and that's actually starting to create a space right there, and so maybe we want to try to engage that a little bit more, maybe even a little bit more than that, so that then we can take advantage of some of the solar shading, the microclimate that's there, and start to create something where we're creating a finer grain of site condition for that house.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would say is an important consideration is we've got the road, and how do you actually get from the road to the house? How do you drive in? How do you walk in as a visitor? Is there parking? Obviously, there's going to have to be some sort of parking area in this. And is there a way of incorporating that design into the siting of the house so that the house kind of feels like it's locked into the site and not just sort of placed on the ground?
So, Cheryl Lee, if you wouldn't mind giving us a few of your comments in the next couple of days based on our conversation so far, and what we'll do is work on that to try and develop an overall site plan so that that can then guide us as we start to look at the interior of the house.
See you next time.
Bye.